What's going on, everyone? It's your boy JS Besh back with another video, and this time, once again, it's a comic book chat. So, I was gonna talk about Rebirth, but I haven't actually got it yet. So, once I get it, I'll do a little bit more video on that. But obviously, I want to just try and do a few more videos before I disappear again for the rest of the month. So, this one is gonna be about Civil War 2. Marvel's current, or yeah, you could say current, their current big storyline that's kind of involving a lot of different characters from the Marvel universe right now. So, Team Iron Man versus Team Captain Marvel, and I've got to say, if I'm honest with you, I'm on Team Captain Marvel. Maybe it's just something to do with captains. I was on Captain America's team for the first Civil War as well. So, but this being said, it seems I don't want to give too much away. I will add a link to Marvel's own video preluding this storyline though, so you can learn a bit more about it. I don't want to necessarily give it all away, but it does involve Inhumans and a dilemma that kind of splits the universe in terms of which way to go forward. I think initially when they announced it, I was kind of like, doesn't seem like Marvel's got any ideas because they're rehashing it, but this is a completely different situation compared to what happened with the first Civil War, why the first Civil War broke out. This one is a little bit different. I think going forward, already after Secret Wars and everything, the Marvel Universe is already in a different landscape. But having a Civil War so soon after it already just been rebuilt, I think it will definitely go forward and it will change a lot of different character dynamics. Probably teams will change as well, like A-Force or the Avengers or the Uncanny Avengers as well, with mutants and Inhumans in it too. I think it's a really good idea to be able to put the Inhumans, they're kind of becoming a cornerstone of the Marvel Universe now. Initially, I thought they were kind of just replacing the X-Men because it seemed like they were kind of being phased off, or not phased off, but phased out, kind of like put to one side, and Marvel were kind of putting the Inhumans in their place. But I don't necessarily think that's the case anymore. I think it's more they're just trying to bring a bit more prominence to the Inhumans after they'd kind of just not been around for quite a while, or they hadn't really been mentioned, or not really, in the mainstream part of the universe so much. I think it's a good idea to have them be part of it now and have them be in such an important storyline going forward. I think yeah, even though nothing's really happened yet, unless you've read Civil War Zero, which came out last week or the week before. Yeah, I'm already starting to see where the battle lines are being drawn because, like I said, I won't give too much away, but already from what it seems like, you can kind of understand why different teams are kind of choosing the paths that they are, because it seems like if you had the ability, or you could see if is it precognitive? Yeah. If you could see that crimes were going to happen before they happened, would you choose to stop them before they happened, or would you let it run out? Maybe the guy will change, maybe he won't, or maybe he or she will change, or maybe they won't. You let that run its course. I personally think both sides have a lot of merit to it, because I mean, if it's a big crime that's going to take place or something, like they're going to stop Red Skull or something, and he's going to have one crazy elaborate plan to take over the world or whatever, you want to stop him way before that even happens. But if it's just some petty crime guy, like, he's not really much of a threat on the world stage, you could just let that play out, I guess. But then, that being said, does that mean that you start prioritizing different crimes? So crimes on the streets don't really mean so much to you anymore, as opposed to big ones. You only really get involved when the world is at stake. And I think for different characters in the Marvel Universe and different Avengers, that would mean different things. So obviously you have people like Captain Marvel and Iron Man that deal with world-threatening level threats all the time. Well, that's kind of like the day job. But then you have maybe more smaller people. She's an Avenger now, but still, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, is kind of still a little bit more small stage. Like, she didn't start off, saving the world just yet. So she's getting there. So maybe it wouldn't, if they chose to ignore a crumb of that multitude, you'd probably go, well, that's not really cool, because, we should help the small guy out, because if you help loads of small people out when we're saving the world, people will appreciate it more, or at least there'll be people to appreciate it. If you save the small people, it's easier to save the big ones. I think going there's a lot of different stories that are running alongside the Civil War as well. Like all new Wolverine, A Force I think is involved in it in one way or another. Well, they would be, wouldn't they? Because they're like that's a team of Avengers. I think the X-Men are in it, are a part of it too now. Especially how you have the Uncanny Avengers team of Inhumans and mutants in it as well. So that would be cool. Just looking at the team rosters, oh boy, oh boy, it kind of looks like Iron Man has got a beastly team. I can't even lie, like, oh wow. So let me just double check. He has at least, I think he has Hulk, but he doesn't have Bruce Banner yet. Some of this Cho. But then that being said, Captain Marvel has She-Hulk, so I guess that I don't know if that levels it out, because I don't know if Amadeus Cho is as powerful as Bruce Banner when he's the Hulk, so who knows. That being said, Captain Marvel has, I think she has at least 2 Captain Americas. I think she has Falcon or Bucky, and she's got Steve Rogers as well. Obviously, with that revelation with Steve Rogers, see how that plays out in her team dynamic, whether that will be an aid or a hindrance to her. I think that's what I'm most interested in, is the team dynamics and how that will probably sculpt the story, because I think that's what makes or breaks it. I mean, yeah, because I mean, just going based off the images released from Marvel, showing some of the team rosters. Iron Man has Falcon, Hercules, Black Panther, Thor. Obviously, that's Jane Foster, Star-Lord, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Deadpool, Black Widow, and Hulk. That's just a few people. And Captain Marvel has She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Captain America, Steve Rogers, War Machine. Oh yeah, Bucky Barnes. Wow, Medusa, Vision, and Spider-Man. That's a pretty spicy team. So I'm just thinking either way, I don't think power and abilities will be anything. I don't think that will be an issue for either team, really. And I'm sure, like we already know, there's interlocking stories that lead alongside the story as well. So those are just the main rosters, it seems, for the teams. But you obviously have other characters that have been affected by individual characters within the story. So I love that kind of idea, that it's multifaceted, it's multi-layered, it's interlocking. That on one side of it, it's for people that just want to read the story. It's fine, you can read it, and you can read issues. I think it's 1 to 7. I think it's only seven books long, but you can read 1 to 7, and it's fine. And you know, you get the story, and it's all good. But then for me, I kind of like the whole extra depth of storytelling, where you're hearing about all the stories that are going alongside while that's the main story is happening. So obviously this week, yep, Civil War 2, gonna pick that up. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. What do you think about Marvel doing another Civil War? What team are you on, Iron Man or Captain Marvel? Are you on any team at all? Are there interlocking stories that you're interested in, like all new Wolverine, A-Force, Iron Man stories, or anything like that? Let me know in the comments. But you know what to do with the rest of these videos, man. You share, you like, you subscribe, hit me up with that comment. And as always, man, it's your boy JR Spesh saying, player out.